give good gifts. And we celebrate those men who have stepped up to the mark and are teaching their kids. What kind of gifts should a father give to his children? What kind of good gifts should a father give to his children? We're only going to touch on three things. Next slide. Provision, protection, inheritance. These are the good gifts that a father should give to their children. First one is provision. Give me the next slide. That is the act or the process of giving. Listen, one of the basics that all dads should be is a good provider. You should be provided for your family. You should be, your kids should be able to eat. Your kids should have sneakers. Now, they don't need Gucci. And hello, they don't need that. They may like it, they may beg and ask, they may seek, they may not, but you don't gotta answer that door. You don't need Gucci. You just need something that has a decent sole, put it on your foot and go. When we got a little extra, all right, then you'll get a little piece of Nike. And you're gonna get the Jordans either, you're gonna get the mid-grade. I know the kids gonna bully you in school, so we want to keep you halfway in style, but you ain't gonna be in style all the way down to your underwear. Oh no! Hello! You basic provision. Anything in luxury is good, but you need basic provision. No, you don't got to go to a restaurant every week. No, no, no. Basic provision. Get the corned beef and cook some rice.
Yes.
Get some black-eyed peas and some rice.
Hurry.
Every dad should be a provider. Look at what 1 Timothy 5:8 says. Give me the next slide. It says, but if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith and is worse than what? Infidel. An infidel is an unbeliever. Can you believe that? You could be up in the church praising God, but if you're not providing for your family, they consider you worse than the atheists. Wow. Basic. We must provide provision. That's one good gift of a father. Next one is protection. Next slide. Protection is the act or the state of defending, guarding, or preserving. Give me the next slide. Fathers must protect. Fathers must protect their children from external and internal harm. Alright? Y'all know what it's supposed to say. Fathers must protect their children from external and internal harm. External harm. People trying to attack them. So that means you want to know where your kids are going. You want to know whose company your kids are in. You want to know who the boyfriend is and the girlfriend and who's their family, what they're about, because you don't want external forces to harm your kid. But also, you have to protect your kid from internal harm, which means that I have to protect you from yourself. Because if I let you just be running wild, you will harm yourself. Imagine me got an 8-year-old son talking about, yeah, Dad, I'll be back at 11:30 at night. At 11:30 at night? And sadly, there are a lot of parents out there like that. Their kid just come and go. 2 o'clock in the morning, you're outside riding a bike. Riding a bike! Better get yourself in here. We have to save. The good gift is to protect our kids from themselves. Now listen, I know if I were to tell Elijah, you know what, Elijah, can you drive over to Church's Chicken for me and get some chicken? He'd run out of that room and, where's the key, Dad? Go drive in the van. He'd run out there. But would that be good for me as a father? No. Police got a right to come in here and jam me up against the open and put my hand behind my back and clip me up and take me off to jail. They got a right to do that. Why? Because I'm not protecting him. I'm not protecting him from external, because he drive over there. He don't know how to drive. That means he's going to mash up somebody at the corner here. And internally, he'll got no boundaries. He's going to be wild, crazy. Teacher not going to be able to tame him. The police not going to be able to tame him. Nobody can talk to him because he'll be wild. So we, as fathers, have to give the gift of protection. I'm protecting you from people coming outside to harm you, and I'm protecting you from yourself. So bedtime is 9 o'clock. Get to bed. Lights out. No TV. Boundaries. Last one is inheritance.
Yes.
The acquisition of possession, condition, past generations. Father should provide an inheritance, give an inheritance to his children. One scripture in Proverbs says that one should provide for not only your children, but for your children's children, which means that we should be thinking generationally. It's not just about me and how long am I going to live, but 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years down the road, if the Lord don't come, what are my kids and grandkids and great-grandkids going to be doing? So now I have to be trying to do something to provide for them way down 100 years down the road. Now immediately, I noticed that the younger ones got a little excited when I said inheritance. They got a little rowdy back there because immediately they think in dollar signs. When we think inheritance, we think money. How much is it? How much is the check? Yes! I know Dad just died, but what is he working with the lawyer so that we can find out what wrapped up in the will? Let's hear what the will got to say. We automatically think money, but you know what? Inheritance is not always about money.
Oh.
That's about wisdom, knowledge. What they say, you give a man a fish, what have you given him? A meal. One meal. But you teach him how to fish, you'll feed him for a lifetime. Nice quote. Don't know who said it. Wish I could give them credit. Google it, and you'll find out who. But it's a good, because if I teach you and give you the knowledge and give you wisdom, it'll help you down the road. So if I tell you, when you just enter college, don't you stop at that table and sign up for that credit card, 35% interest, and you don't got no income? So you go swiping the card, and now you're trying to make minimum payments? You're going to mess yourself up at 20, and you're still going to be paying for that at 30. So I'm giving you knowledge. Don't do it now, unless you have the income to pay off your purchases. That's wisdom that'll help you down the road. What are you imparting? Fathers I'm talking to. What are you imparting to your kids? You know something. You know how to balance a checkbook? Teach your kids. You know how to value shop? Teach your kids. You know something about cars? Teach your kids.